Guys, smile. Hey, there you go.
Chris wants to go down. That'd be
Yeah, sure. Good to see you.
All that said,
Good afternoon. This is a big day. You can see this is about as big a crowd as we get in this large office. And when we do a ceremonial bill signing, it punctuates the importance of what the bill was about in the first place. Here, we're taking decisive action to protect Hoosier kids online. We're also highlighting the bill that I think caught most of the attention this year. And so happy to have the family in here. They've had to struggle through this. And all I can tell you is that this has been a journey. These two new laws raise the penalty on child predators who exploit children with child sex abuse material. And this empowers parents more so than ever before. House Enrolled Act 1408 puts up new guardrails to protect Hoosier children on social media, empowers parents with stronger tools to monitor and limit their child's use. It requires covered social media platforms to obtain verifiable parental consent for accounts involving Indiana users under 16 years of age. And it prevents direct messages from strangers. And I also call on the media companies that put this out in the first place to make sure they're fixing this from the bottom up. There's a lot of money made on it, and to me, the responsibility really relies with them. We as state legislatures are going to do the best we can. The true solution comes from there. House Enrolled Act 1303 cracks down on online predators. It raises the penalty on child predators who exploit children with child sex abuse material. It tightens offender registration requirements, including for offenders coming from other jurisdictions. This action builds on our work to crack down on child predators in general. Last year, the Indiana State Police and the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force, listen to this, arrested 499 people for crimes against children and rescued 126 children from ongoing abuse. So far, in 26, ISP and ICAC have arrested 92 people, 20 of whom they identified as hands-on offenders, and rescued 5 children from ongoing abuse. Thankfully, it's staying kind of flat proportionally from the year before. This bill doesn't go into effect until July 1st. You can see why the action was needed. With nearly 7,000 tips already logged this year, we know this work must continue. That is why we expanded the task force by 50 officers, bringing it to 520 personnel across the state. I don't know that any other state is throwing that much at it proportionally. Indiana is mobilizing law enforcement like never before to protect kids and put predators behind bars. I want to recognize the parents of Haley Busby for being here today. Bo and Rania, your advocacy to protect children online is inspiring, and it's making a real difference. Thank you so much. I am with you. Hoosiers are with you. We are going to keep using every tool we have to protect kids, support families by empowering parents and putting predators behind bars where they belong. Bo, I'd like you to come up and say a few words.
Sir. All right. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Indiana lawmakers. Thank you, Secretary Jenner, for your leadership and actions to better protecting our children, their safety and well-being. Ronnie and I, our family, and so many others continue to be devastated about Haley. Last night, Ronnie and I read 1408 again, and it did give us a sense of hope. This isn't a Band-Aid bill. This is forward movement. I'm also thankful for the work that was done at 1303 towards the end of last session. And we provided several recommendations on how we can continue to improve our alert, notification, and response programs. I appreciate the acknowledgement that there's still so much more work to do, and trust that if we make these bills our new baseline and the new standard going into this next session and continue to get after it, Indiana can be known and placed on the leaderboard across the country as a place that protects its children. And the risk and vulnerability and the threat that's within our homes, our community, in the state will start to dissipate. You know, there's no greater evil than those who seek and do harm to our children. And so I appreciate all the hard work and the effort and the fight that you guys are taking to it. So thank you.
Thank you both. We're going to do the signing of the bills now, and then I'll be back to take questions after that. House and Road Act number 1408, authored by Representative Bob Manning, sponsored by Senator Jeff Braun. House and Road Act number 1303, authored by Representative Wendy McNamara, sponsored by Senator Brett Clark. Go ahead, we'll take some questions.
So the Busbys have acknowledged that these are steps forward, but that more needs to be done. How many steps are being taken right now as we speak to move especially the alert system?
So the fact that they are probably the most aware of what needs to be added to and expressed it in his words, we've got the whole crew here that knows that there's work to be done. So this will be a priority for all of us as we go into next year's session. So I think, though, when you look at what we've done as a state, it's like many things we've done in various arenas. We get at it, and I'm glad we did this. Tragedy that it has to take something like this to get to where we needed to be before. And I do want to stress again, all of us, 50 states, federal government would be probably difficult to get anything done. We all need to be working at it, but the responsibility lies most clearly with the companies that sell the media, that make money off of it, and fix the algorithms, fix the medium that you're making money off. Otherwise, we'll keep having to do things like this that probably won't solve the problem completely.
Braun, this proposal calls for a new alert system. Do you support this provision and the creation of that new system?
I do, and I think to flesh that out into something that's going to really work the way it's supposed to work, that's going to be the task of legislators and our office to get something that's going to actually make sense and work.
Last session, we also called for a more broad social media ban. Obviously, kids under the age of 16 will be affected by the new law. Would you like to see that expanded next year?
So I'm going to take the cue there from parents. And I think now that we've done this, they can see that we're not going to be shy about it. And we're going to look at what other states have done as well. I think this has become such a big deal across the country, and the consequences are everywhere. Parents are going to have to weigh in to make it clear that this is a big deal. Legislatures are going to have to get together. And again, we need to keep the pressure on the companies that put this stuff out and profit from it. And I'll keep highlighting that. And I have not heard a lot of other governors say that or legislators because they carry that much clout. And they're going to have to fix it to get this to where it's not an issue eventually down the road.
Let's just do one more. If you had one message for parents watching, what would that be?
Don't assume that it's not happening in your own household, and realize that the predators and the kids that they prey on probably have a lot more sophistication at the medium that they're using. So don't take that for granted. This is just the start of it. And the message would be, we're here to learn more. The media companies are going to have to fix it. But in your own households, don't assume that something may not be happening, because I think that's where the starting point is. This is the beginning of trying to remediate it, and we're just getting started. Thank you very much.